I kicked my sister's kids out of my house. I'm 35 and child-free. My sister's 33 and has 3 kids, ages 6 to 10, 2 boys, and a girl. We've always had a tense relationship, and I usually steer clear of her kids since I'm not really into children. Yesterday, she showed up unannounced with the kids in tow. Said her brother-in-law had been in an accident, and she and her husband had to head to the hospital. Told me she needed me to look after the kids for the evening, since our parents are out of town. I told her to get a sitter, but she said she couldn't get one on such short notice. I refused again, telling her I had never babysat before and was looking forward to a quiet evening. First, she told me she was just leaving them there. I told her I would call a child welfare committee and would report her for abandonment if she pulled something like that. She begged and pleaded and actually began to fake cry. As I didn't want to provide my neighbors with entertainment, I reluctantly agreed. At first, everything was okay. The kids were a little wild, but still kind of manageable. They ate dinner without kicking off a food fight, and then I left them in the living room to watch a movie. I was in the study getting some work done. I had brought my cat and dog in there with me as I wanted to keep them safe from the kids. Suddenly, I heard a loud crash. I rushed to the living room and found my precious antique clock, usually on the mantle, smashed on the floor. It was worth over 1K USD. I'm not American. I was furious, of course, and asked how the hell this happened. The eldest kid incoherently explained that they had taken it down to look at it, and then the younger two were fighting over it and dropped it. Cue ear-shattering wailing from the other two, blaming one another for the demise of my prized possession. I had had enough. I called my brother-in-law and told him to get over here ASAP and take his spawn out of my house. He asked what was going on, and I told him exactly what they'd pulled. He had the nerve to say I was overreacting. One of the kids, pretty sure it was the youngest, had started bawling by then. I told my brother-in-law again to get here immediately and take his kids. He said he was on his way. He came to get the kids, but didn't leave before lecturing me on the importance of family. I told him to get lost. This morning, I got angry texts and calls from my parents and several relatives, accusing me of being heartless and caring more about a clock than my niece and nephews. I told them I don't care